Hey guys, this is Detail Dale. Once again, we're going to be doing that Fury haircut as you can see in this video. Super tight on the sides, dropped in the back. Enjoy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply the neck strip, wet his hair down, and then we're going to pin it up and get it out of the way. Now that we have his hair pinned up and out of the way, we're going to start chopping the sides down. And I'm using a number 2 attachment against the grain to remove the bulk of his hair. So now we're going to use the trimmers to bald out the bottom about halfway up, and then it's going to drop in the back, as you can see. And we're just working our way around. And we're going to stay below the occipital bone. And as you can see, I'm removing any loose hair so that we have no confusion whatsoever. So we're putting our first line in, which is high on the sides, about halfway up, and then dropped below the occipital bone in the back. And now I'm on the left side, and as you can see, it's about halfway, and then it just drops all the way down as we go to the back. So now I'm using the shavers to make sure that we get the sides super tight, and also in the back. We're going to get the back super tight as well. Working our way around to the left side, making sure everything is really nice and tight on the bottom. So now I'm using the clippers going against the grain, about a 1/2 inch up, and the clippers are closed. We're going against the grain all the way around to the left side. So now I'm using my clippers that are modified to cut closer to knock out that first original line starting from the left side, and we're going to work our way all the way around, knocking that bottom line out. These clippers right here have been modified closer to take that line out. They're not going to take the line completely out, but they're going to get it close enough to take it out. So now I'm using my edgers to take out that bottom line. And a lot of people don't realize, they act like they need to have their clippers going extremely close at the bottom to take out that line. No, just use your edgers to take out that bottom line. You don't have to like set your clippers up so high where they can start like nicking the client. As you can see right here from this angle, I'm using these edgers right here to take out that bottom line at the very, very bottom, from the part that we shaved out with the shaver to where we use the clippers closed all the way. I'm taking that line out, as you can see. So right here we're using our 0 attachment going against the grain about a 1/2 inch up, as you can see, still staying below the occipital bone, working our way all the way around. So now we're going to start working out that line that we just put in with our zero attachment going against the grain. And as you can see, at this point, you want to have a little bit more control with your clippers as far as what degree you want to use to take out that line. As you can see how I'm pointing right there? We're taking that line out. Sometimes the clippers might have to be closed, sometimes they might have to be halfway open, sometimes they might have to be all the way open. The focus is just knocking that line out. And we're going to work our way around all the way to the left side and knocking that line out. So right here, what we're doing is we're using our number 1 attachment going against the grain, and we're putting in another line, and we're going to work our way around all the way to the left side again, as you can see. And during that time, or this process, we're going to be knocking out the line that we put in before. And this is using a number 1 attachment. So as you can see, I'm back to my 0 attachment and just steady working out the line. At this point, I'm going back and forth with attachments. I'm going to my number 1, I'm going back to my 0, and the whole focus is just knocking out lines, making sure everything is blended in to perfection on both sides, from the left side to the back to the right. So right here, I got the clippers and I'm knocking out that bottom line. I'm just going back and forth. I'm going from using attachments to not using attachments. I'm doing everything that I possibly can do to make sure that this blend is perfected and that there are no lines whatsoever. So now we're going to start lining him up with the outliners, just putting a nice crispy line in the front and along the sides. And we're going to get a little bit of beard action going on with bringing his beard into the play. Blending his beard in. Make sure everything blends in smoothly. And edging his beard up. Making sure everything is edged up around his beard, on the sides, along the bottom. Removing all the crinkles on his beard, edging up along the bottom here. Removing all the stubble along the bottom of his beard. It looks uneven right here because it is, but we'll bring it all together before this video is over with. So now we're using the shavers on the bottom of his neck to remove all the remaining stubble. Make sure he's real nice and smooth there under the bottom. And we're going to continue edging him up all the way around, working our way over here to the left side. Making sure everything is really nice and crisp and clean. Using the shavers along the side as well. So what we're doing now is we're just edging him up over the top, going around his mustache, making sure everything is nice and crisp and clean. And around his mustache, at the bottom of his mustache, and at the top of his mustache, bringing everything together. Now I'm going back to the top, making sure there's no loose edges, making sure everything is smooth, the transition is on point, and we're going to just smooth everything down at the very, very top, working our way around from the right side all the way to the left side. So now we're applying the lather on the left side across his beard to the right side, temple area. We'll apply the hot towel to remove all the lather. His hair should be super soft and ready to be edged up with the razor. And we're going to edge him up from the top, working our way around. And when you use a razor, that right there takes away from having to use any enhancements whatsoever. When you have that straight razor on and you're removing the stubble and giving him a crispy edge up, once his hair dries and you go over with some trimmers, it's going to be looking super crispy. And that's the whole point. You know, I'm really into things that are like organic, and I just don't like, you know, fake things. Pretty much like to keep things 100% real. And so once we put that final edge up on them, it should be pretty crisp. So right here, what we're doing is we're just going to just keep making sure everything is blended out perfect. That transition from the fade right to his beard should be just a smooth transition. And then we put that final edge up on him just to make sure everything is really nice and crisp, removing any excess stragglers or scragglers, some people would call them, and redefining that line. Using this Mataki comb right here to remove any loose hair in his beard. That's that Mataki comb. I'll show it to you one more time. You know, one of the good things to go with this Mataki comb, of course, is Mataki scissors, which we're getting ready to start using on the top. Look at that precision. Removing any roughage around the edge here, making sure everything around the edge is nice and super crisp. Removing any hair. He's not getting like a full eyebrow trim, but any hair that stick out, we just remove it. And we just continue to just make sure that the beard is on point. Now we're on the top. I'm wetting it down. As you can see, I'm using the Mataki shears, the coveted Mataki scissors. I'm about to pull those out. And what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to take this Mataki comb and these Mataki scissors, and he didn't really want anything off the top, so we're just trimming just the ends, making sure everything is just so even, super even. So we got his beard crisp, we got his hair tight on the side with it dropped in the back, and now we're just trimming just the very ends off the top and making sure everything's smooth. So now I'm gonna blow dry his hair out to get that total Fury look, that Brad Pitt Fury look from a number of years ago, which is still hot for 2019 and probably beyond. Just blow drying his hair nice and smooth, get that volume going on. Look at that. Look how it's just flowing real nice and smooth there. Yeah, you can't tell him nothing. I just add a little bit of pomade. I'm using this rake comb right here, which is patented. A little bit of hairspray, get some control going on. Look at that flow. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Tight on the side, crispy beard, hair flowing smooth. You can't tell him nothing. Hey guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like it, and also comment. If you have anything you want to say, I would really appreciate it. Would love the engagement. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.